If you guys are new here, welcome. My name is Liz. I put out videos every week on FBA related topics. You guys, I've made every mistake under the sun. I've been selling for about a year and a half, and I probably spent another half a year before kind of learning the ropes and seeing if it was legit. My website, ebizwithliz.com, kind of goes over strategies I've learned along the way, mistakes I've learned along the way, to just offer you guys some help. I am by no means an expert, but I have learned a lot. I do work regularly with a bunch of clients, helping with PPC management and listing optimization because I figure multiple streams of income. Everyone's got to do it these days. And if I can better my business by helping other people and kind of looking deep and into like the nitty-gritty stuff of Amazon, it's only going to make me a better seller, and I can only help other people. So at the end of the day, it makes me feel good. It makes me a little bit of money, and I am just increasing my knowledge. So that's why I do services on the side, but that's kind of unrelated to today's topic. Today, I just wanted to talk about what it looks like to start an Amazon business and kind of give you my recommendations, some tips on, like how your lifestyle is going to change and how much money you need. So if you want to learn more, keep on watching. We're just going to chit chat a little bit. Okay, so first I want to talk about how much money you need. So Amazon is a great way to start a business model at like a low startup fee. Instead of paying rent on a big building or paying a lot in shipping from your house and manually packaging each package, Amazon does it all for you, and that's great. It's a really hands-off business. It initially takes a lot of time to not only learn the business, to study on it, to educate yourself, and to find a product. But once you do all of that, it's pretty hands-off, and you can do everything from your laptop, which is a huge bonus. It is a great way for like an everyday 9-to-5 kind of person who wants to start a business to be able to start a business on the side and hopefully grow that into a business full-time. And I see multiple people start these Amazon businesses and go full-time with it. It is totally doable, you guys. But do not expect to be making thousands of dollars a month in profit and be, investing that in yourself. You want to reinvest that into your business to the point where it is very self-sufficient, and then you can start taking out money. So if you are looking for a quick fix to get out of your 9-to-5, this is not going to be it. This is going to be kind of a long-term business strategy to keep growing over time. Usually the people who can work full-time have an array of product line. So they have multiple products, similar to each other and not similar, it doesn't really matter. But they are profiting off of multiple products, which is how they are able to make a successful company out of this. So how much money do you need to start your Amazon business? That is a tricky number, you guys. I would say anywhere from $2,000 to $5,000 is kind of the average amount. Because let me tell you why. So first, you need to invest in the product itself. That product might cost $2 a unit. And I would recommend that you are only putting in a test order because you don't know how the market is going to react to the product. So I would only invest in about, 500 to 1,000 units at most. That is one piece you need a budget for. So let's say that your product is costing $2,000 in total to produce and get up and running. Next, you'll need to pay for an inspection company because you are working with a brand new supplier. You don't know how they work. You never want to ship your product just to Amazon after it gets produced. You want an inspection company to come through, and if there are any problems, they can fix them right in the factory before you are paying all of the money for it. So definitely get an inspection. Another thing is you'll need to get packaging, which also costs an additional fee, probably like anywhere from 10 to 30 cents per unit. Okay, and the next cost that you'll have to account for is shipping. So you will just want to contact a freight forwarder and say, I want sea freight DDP. So sea freight means it's going to take about a month to get to the Amazon warehouse, and DDP just means that your freight forwarder will have direct responsibility over your freight from the time they pick it up from your manufacturer to the time it arrives on Amazon. All of the customs and everything like that will be handled by that freight forwarder. So you always want to do DDP shipping. No matter if you do air or sea, you can do it with either. I always do sea shipping. It's like a fourth of the price And if it's a brand new product, there's really no rush to get it in there. And then the next thing you will need to account for in price is your second order, your reorder. So a lot of people don't account for their reorder because by the time that you are selling out of your stock, if it's a good product, you're going to need to be reordering probably at least a month in advance, right? And you're not going to have the full balance or the full profit from your first order ready to pay for your second order. So you're going to need enough money to reorder at least the same amount of units for that product. So for example, let's say your first order costed $3,000. You're going to need an additional $3,000 to reorder that product. So that's something to consider. Another thing to consider, which is optional, is advertising. A lot of people advertise on Facebook. Otherwise, you can just advertise through Amazon, which is called PPC, pay-per-click. And then anytime someone clicks on your sponsored ad, you will be charged for that. That is a really common way to get your product out in front of a bunch of eyeballs and shoppers. So that is something you will account for. But the difference between advertising right on Amazon and advertising externally, like through Facebook or Instagram or different social media, is that your PPC balance on Amazon will come right out of your total balance. So any advertising costs will come out of your balance of money that you've made from that product. So it's not a direct fee if you are making more money than you are spending on advertising. But be aware, a lot of people don't talk about it. Advertising costs a lot of money, you guys. And it costs more than your product. And that's why I always tell people is to really invest time in making sure you have a really good product, because the better your product, the more superior it is to other products on the market, the less you're going to have to spend on advertising and the quicker it will rank. But if you have a kind of so-so product, you are going to need a lot of money invested in advertising to get it in front of shoppers. So make sure that you are spending time upfront doing market research, making sure that you are putting together a better product, and you will have a better time selling it, and it will cost less for advertising. So those are just some of the initial fees that you need to consider if you're starting an Amazon business. You do not want to be investing your entire savings into your first order, because most likely you will make mistakes on whether it's packaging, the wrong type of product, advertising. You will make a lot of mistakes, and it is very expensive learning curve that you're going to be going through. So don't invest your entire life savings, just invest a small portion to kind of get the ropes of it. Okay, and the next point that I wanted to talk about are the lifestyle changes that you're going to see. This is something I was not prepared for. So you guys, I work a regular job where I'm a data analyst. So I work from 7 to 3 every day, or like 8 to 4, pretty flexible schedule. But I was not ready for the fact that I was going to be up much later than I am already talking to suppliers. So when I'm about ready to go to bed, like around 10, I am a grandma, I know. That's when my suppliers are getting to work and they're starting to reply to emails. So there would be nights where I would take a nap after work from like 4 to 7, and then I would be up from like 7 to like 1 a.m. talking to suppliers, especially when I needed to get things like on the ball rolling. I would have to be up much later so we could talk back to back. Like if you are just kind of looking at a product, just in the beginning phases, just introducing yourself, you can reply and then reply to them the next day, no problem. But when you are really working on getting a product out there and launched and negotiating, you want to be replying back to back. So that is something you need to take into consideration, especially if you have a family. So I know a lot of people with families do start FBA businesses. So it's a great way to go to make a very passive income. But you do need to be aware of the time difference, that you are working with people across the world and that they are on a completely different schedule than you. It's kind of crazy, but that is just like for a small window of time. That's just for a few months where you will be kind of going back and forth doing that. Another thing I want to mention is that you need to have a lot of self-discipline to continue educating yourself. You can watch a bunch of YouTube videos, but until you get into it and really start like looking at your tools and using them, you are not going to fully understand different strategies. So I would recommend that you buy your tools before you even purchase a product, so you are learning how to build like great strategies using these tools. I would say, especially for the first few months, you want to be educating yourself 3 to 4 hours a night. And that sounds like a lot, but you know, it could be YouTube videos, It could be looking at blogs. It could be playing around with your tools. It could be looking at different products you might want to source. I personally would not recommend like a course. I think courses can be great for like introductory like issues, but once you start getting into like sourcing a product and working with PPC and all of that, a course is not going to really fit your needs because everyone has such a different personalized experience with their FBA business. So I think courses can be great. If you can find a very reasonable course on a topic that you need to learn more about, go ahead, do that. But I would probably recommend like a mentorship program. Find someone on Facebook who is willing to help you out, willing to like teach you the ropes or answer any questions. I mean, like, don't get question crazy unless you're paying them. But a lot of people are very helpful on forums. I would start joining a bunch of Facebook groups, seeing what everything's about, and kind of getting some different opinions on, you know, what might be a good product to go after, or trends that they're seeing in the market, stuff like that. I also do want to mention that I do offer coaching services, so if you want to learn more about that, you can go to ebizwithliz.com/services, and that'll kind of give you some more information about that, or you can contact me directly at ebizwithliz@gmail.com, and I would be happy to help you. I love working with brand new sellers who are very motivated. I take my coaching very seriously. I would love to help you if you are a motivated soon-to-be seller. I would love to help you. So let me know if you have any questions about that. But those are some of the lifestyle changes you will be seeing. Late nights, early mornings, lots of time dedicated to learning the business. But, you know, this is towards the beginning few months. So like months 1 through 5. After that, after you get a product out there and it starts generating sales and you are ranking higher and higher on keywords, it's going to be more maintenance, but at the beginning, it is a lot of work, you guys, and that's something you have to dedicate time to, and that is something that's not talked about widely enough. So I just want to put that out there that it is a big time dedication towards the beginning, but it soon becomes a passive income. Okay, and next I want to talk about my recommendations, what I would do over if I was a new seller. First of all, I would definitely get a mentor, like, hands down. I mean, I had a few people I would talk to very frequently who gave me awesome advice, and I appreciate that so much. But I would probably hire a full-time mentor because a lot of the mistakes I made with some of the products I've had in the past could have definitely been avoided by a mentor. So definitely to keep an eye on that. It also keeps you on track. Like, it also just keeps your strategy very focused and you on track with deadlines and goals you set every month. So I think a coach is overall a great investment. It's not something you need to maybe keep long term, but definitely the first few months. It is awesome. The second recommendation I have is invest in tools right away. Even before you get a product, I want you to learn your tools like off the bat. That should be one of the first things you're learning because you need to be able to read your metrics on your tools to figure out if you have a successful product. So get your tools right away. I, as always, recommend Helium 10. I am an affiliate, but I do still pay my monthly fees for Helium 10. So if you guys want to get 50% off the first month, you can use eBizWithLiz 50, and that will get you 50% off your first month's package. Otherwise, if you're going to be long-term using Helium 10, you can use eBizWithLiz 10, and that will get you 10% off your monthly package forever. So Helium 10 is a great tool. It not only helps you with advertising like PPC, it helps you with listing optimization, it helps you find great products through market research, and there's a whole bunch of different tools. There's like a profits tool, there's a refund tool. So it's a great software. And it might seem more expensive, but you're getting all these tools in one. So it's really nice to have all your tools in one central location so you're not like flipping through a bunch of different softwares. So it's really great in that aspect. I love Helium 10. I couldn't recommend it enough. And then my third and final recommendation is to keep educating yourself. Even if you are an advanced seller, I have a bunch of different resources that I go to like on a weekly basis, kind of looking at like new topics and, you know, new strategies I could be learning. So if you guys need a list of additional resources, I'd be happy to send them over to you. But, you know, find podcasts, find YouTubers that you like, find blogs that you like. These will all help you become a better seller and much quicker. So the more time you educate yourself up front, the better seller you will be long term. I hope this gives you more information on if this is a business model you want to go for. And any questions you have, leave them in the comments below and I'd be happy to get back to you guys. I hope you have an awesome day. Hit subscribe and I will see you guys next week. Bye guys.